Hello, Madan. Good evening. Hello, Madan. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Ah, good evening, Madan. How are
How
you
are you?
doing?
Good morning. How are you? I'm sorry for the last 2 days.
No problem. Fine.
Today, okay, but yesterday it was very much traffic. I don't
Oh,
think so.
is it? I was thinking it is better in US compared
Why?
to
What happened?
India. The traffic problem.
No. Like yesterday it was. Like
Oh,
no the day before, I did not face any single time issues.
okay. Oh, you're traveling
Because
with.
no,
Okay.
they're just replacing. I mean the electricity wires. I mean the
Oh,
pillars.
okay.
They're removing all old trees and they are doing they're planting the new one and
Mm-hmm.
they're doing this surprise. So that is the reason. It will come like, because still it is summer, so they're doing till 7 o'clock. Usually they
Oh,
do it only 5.
acha.
I didn't notice that. Okay.
Okay. So how was the party? Day before you
Party
had
is
a.
yeah. That time the MD came, so he just took us to out.
Okay.
You can't say
Good.
go. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, it is something like a party time for me until I leave. Let's see.
Okay. Good. So you are the lead for the entire project, or how is it?
Sorry.
You are the lead manager for that project, to whatever project
No,
you
I'm not a lead manager for the project.
are. Okay.
Um, I am the lead for this one, like um, I mean development.
Okay. So you're looking after
Development.
technical as well, right? Technical as well.
I'm not into more technical nowadays, like, but I would look into technical. Yes, I just manage my team, and
Hmm.
most of the major of my team is now sitting in Philippines.
Okay.
Okay,
In, okay. Good. So
so
entire success factor modules or on SAP HCM only?
no, so like HCM, I mean HCM only, HCM module, SAP modules only.
Okay.
Success factor, the client is going with the different vendor now.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
Hmm.
so it depends, like client to client.
Understood.
It differs.
Hmm. Okay, so today we'll be starting with something called sites. Okay, external site, how to because whatever you have seen so far, it is regarding the internal learning site, means that is exclusively for the employees of the organization. Okay, so what happens sometimes, different organizations they set up microsites or the different learning site exclusively for the customers or the vendors. Okay, so
Okay,
what happens?
one. Okay,
You're
just
able
give
to
me.
record, right? You're able to record. I've given the permission. Yes.
Yeah, I'm able to record it. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes I will just giving one example. Suppose you are in a custom manufacturing industry or any other industry, and you are having a multiple customers or dealer. There might be a dealer, set of dealer, or if you are working as an say real estate field or the real estate industry, and you will be having a different real estate agents. Okay, suppose they need some training, the real estate agents, but those people are not part of your organization. So how to handle that, because you will not be giving the entire success factor license to them. Okay, so you will be giving only this LMS site. Okay, so how to create a site for them, and how to, they will be able to access, and how to restrict some of the learning content only for exclusively for them. Today we'll be seeing that from end-to-end scenario we'll be seeing, and actually I'll be using your ID so that you will be able to simultaneously you will be able to access, and you will be able to sign up for a new page, and you will be seeing how it will be working for that, and I'll be assigning a course to you, and you'll be confirming that yes, I'm able to access this course.
Okay. Its site means it's the designing of a page or how?
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of a designing a page, but it's a very simple. You know, don't have to code anything, Actually, some existing templates are there. You have to just do the setup configuration steps. Okay. It's
Okay.
simple. Within half an hour, you'll be able to create a site and you'll be able to sign up, and also you'll be able to assign and access the courses. It is very simple. Okay. So for that, I need to go to the system administration, then the application administration. Then here there is something called sites. Okay. So I have to go to the site, and I have already an existing site is there. Okay. So I'm not going there. I'll just showing how the site configuration looks like, and we'll be doing a similar configurations. Okay. So this is one of the site for an I have created this industry under this underscore external site, and automatically system will generate a catalog link, and also it will say system will generate a URL to for login. Okay. So this login you can directly go for, and you can sign up for that page, and what is the default domain ID for that site. Hmm. And so what is the currency that you can default time zone you can set up. Okay. And how the login interface will look like, we can edit the login page here. Okay. So all these things we will be seeing one by one. Okay. Registration codes, actually it is required whenever if you are asking, you are giving a code to the user, means for the external people, that they will be needing some code to log into that. It's a kind of pin number, but if it is not relevant, you can skip it. Okay. Similarly, the user created account. So whenever user is signing up for a page, so what are the fields he will be able to see, and what are the fields those are mandatory that we can tick it here. Okay, like user ID, security question, first name, last name, email address. Okay, regarding employee job information, so what are the fields? So there is actually two columns. Okay, one is a display. You can make it a all display, and there is something called mandatory. Okay, so if you are making it mandatory, then it will be whenever user is signing for a page, you will be seeing those fields required or the mandatory. Okay. What I'll be going to do now, I'll be creating a site for you, exclusively site for you, and then you will be able to sign up for that page. Okay. So now I'm going to site, and I'll be just creating a new site. So it will be asking for several fields like site ID, description, all these things. So let me create a site for you, say WP02, description, say sales external.
Your voice is breaking, just for your information.
Oh, is it? Just a minute.
Internet connection is unstable.
Might be. Actually, I just switched on, right? So let me check. Just I'm sitting close to the Wi-Fi. Is it better? Hello?
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So just I'll be doing this setup. You can also do it. You can create your own site here. So for now, time being, I'm just creating a public.
Yeah, it is better, right? Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be putting the active local ID. Active local ID means I have to choose English preferably, because we'll be using English in our all this site. And the default time zone ID, you can put anything, whatever required. Then I will submit it.
So what is the use of currency ID here?
So currency ID means by default, whatever the courses you will be seeing in your external site. Suppose it involves a cost. Suppose you're charging your customer or the vendor for a particular course. If it is a free of cost,
okay.
there is no problem. Because sometimes people charge. Suppose for an additional training, you charge your customer some few dollars. Okay, so in that case, it is required. For that reason, we kept it active. Okay, so that is the purpose of this currency ID. Okay, so now we have created this site. Okay, now what we will be doing, actually we'll be going for the interface, the login page, how it will be looking like. So here there is something option called edit login page. Okay, I will just go to this edit login page. So here I can customize. So it is similar to your theme manager in your Employee Central, if you have seen, where we do all the branding, all the images you can put and you can just start with. So this is how the by default screen will be looking like this, like user ID, then password, then there will be section. If you forgot user ID, forgot your password, there will be a link for that. If you are a new user, then there will be a question, are you a new user? Click here to register. Okay, so this will be how it will be looking like. But for there is a actually gear bar here in the right hand side. You can gain this using this gear icon. You can edit this page. Like you can add an image. So just I'll be adding an image. Let me choose if any good images are there. Otherwise, I will just put an image here.
You're sharing something.
Yes, yes.
I
Just a
mean,
minute. Actually, I'm downloading an image and I'll be sharing that.
oh, okay, okay.
I will just uploading an image. Say I'm just uploading an image. So let me download and you're able to see the login page right now.
I
That
was
pop-up,
seeing
that
image
pop-up,
properties.
that pop-up you are seeing right? Pop-up.
Image properties.
Yes, yes, yes. In that image properties only I am here now. Actually, I have downloaded an image. Now I'll be uploading that to my site. So I have downloaded one image. Where it went? So after doing this, you'll be just click send it to the server. So this image will be stored in the server. So you can adjust the image how it will be looking like. Okay. So by using this width and height of this image, it is little bit a creative thing. So you have to be very patient. Let me check what is the image I have used that size. The previous site which I have created, I'll be replicating the same picture, I mean same ID, same number. Previously, I have created this.
Mm-hmm.
Image properties 300 to 184. The pixel size actually matters. But I think now it will be better. But you can adjust these things, so don't worry about it. Till it looks good. So it could have been better, and it can be just I'm showing for your demo purpose. I will just now save it. I'll just close the earlier one. Now my simple site is now ready. So you can also, what you can do in the image, if the image in itself, you can write something or you can do some branding depending upon your customer and specific to the client. You can do that. Okay. So now my link is ready and everything is ready. Just I'll be saving it, apply changes. And you want anything, there is something called login panel. Actually, this one is deprecated. We don't want to use it. Okay. So this is just a registration page, new account panel. So you just keep it blank and just I'll be applying the changes. Then we'll be moving to the user created account. So here,
That said, that one said your required fields need to be mapped, right?
sorry.
Now that one shows one red issue.
No, it will not be showing any issue. So I'll be just showing you once it is done. You will be actually signing up, and I'll be checking whether it is created or not in my whether it is able to communicate with my LMS system or not. I'll be checking that. We'll be testing that today. Okay. So now I'll be going to user created account field. So we'll make it simple. We'll not be putting everything mandatory. So we'll make first name as a mandatory, last name, email address is mandatory. Address field we don't require. Job location not required. Okay, because those are my extremely means. So I'll just put it this much only. Whatever by default is coming. So now what I will do, I'll be asking you to sending this link. Okay, so that you will be able to create this. Okay. So now I'll be just showing you. So this is, sorry, actually this is a WP01 I have seen. WP02 I'll be going because whatever the thing. So this is the link which I created earlier. Okay. So now I'll be going to the earlier means the recently which we have created. Sometimes it is a browser issue. Sometimes I'll just refresh it. Okay.
I didn't get that. Like I'm not able to continuously following up.
Okay, just a minute. I'll just log in again. Actually, that's signing page. Actually, I should open this in a different browser. I opened in the same browser. Ideally, it should not be. Let me log in again. So up to creation of the site, you understood, right? Just now we'll be testing means how the test means site will be looking like to the customer vendor. So this is our site which we have created, WP02. So this is this thing. And user created account. We went and we have seen these are my mandatory field. Only the first name, last name, and the email address we'll be looking for. Those are the mandatory. And just let me show you the link. So I'll ping you this link. You just sign up and let me know, confirm. And just I'll be pinging you. Where is the chart?
The user ID which you provided, that is also yes, does right?
No. Actually, you have to create your own user ID.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just typing. Okay, just let me know you are able to sign up for this page. Actually, user ID you will be creating whenever you are signing up a page. You will be able to create your own.
It came, but only the blue screen, nothing else came.
So which browser you are using? Use Internet Explorer preferably.
Internet, Internet Explorer only I'm using.
But I am getting here
Yeah,
that
it's loading.
it's loading, right?
I refreshed.
Ha.
Yeah, yeah.
That an apple on the table with a books, that picture should come in the right hand side, which we have uploaded. It is a very simple site. It will come.
Yeah.
Got it, right? So here there will be a link called new
Yeah.
user. Are you a new user? Go there and click here to register. Then it will be
So
asking.
from where you this is a common one, is it?
Actually, this is a standard field. Actually, it's offered by SAP. You don't have to create this. So only thing is, it will be asking in the contact information, whatever the fields mandatory, they will be asking. We have chosen this first name, last name, and email address only. So for that reason, it is asking those fields mandatory. And the account information is common for all. Like user ID, you will be giving your user ID, whatever user ID you want. Okay, password and security question. You just fill it out, and otherwise later on also you can do that. Okay, so you just let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know once you fill it up completely, so that I will be able to test in the backend that user ID is created or not.
So it validate the Gmail ID also,
Yes,
or it won't.
yes. Actually, you will be getting an welcome email to your Gmail ID, because it is very much it's pretty much possible that all the customers and this vendor, they might be freelancer, they might be using their own Gmail ID or Yahoo Mail ID. So it is pretty much flexible in that. It will not be checking their domain and all.
The length of security answer must be 8 and 6 characters. Okay.
Yeah, password little bit tricky. So I think the security you have to check security.
Length of security answer must be 8 and 6
Yeah, that is bit
characters.
tricky. So you can't have a small,
Very,
even if actually tried, if the like I've tried actually capital of Germany, it is 6 letter Berlin, but doesn't allow. So again, I had to add something to prefix suffix to that. So that is a restriction they have. You can add some prefix suffix to the answer also. No problem.
yeah, please create an electronic signature pin for no more
Uh,
than 40 characters.
so you can just put any 4 digit, 5 digit number, and you just note it down, and you may be required for that to log in, because we have enabled e-signature across our platform. So that's a necessity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my learning assignment it came.
Okay, you're able to access. Okay, then just
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
able
know
to.
your, just ping me your user ID, or you just tell me what is your user ID so that I can verify from as an admin from LMS.
Okay. Where is the chat window? This is my user ID.
Okay, just a minute. MADH. So I'll be go to the user section and I'll be just putting your user ID and I will check whether it is activated or not. You'll be able to access immediately, but also you check your email, which email you have registered, that you should be able to see. Okay, I have received your this user ID. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So by default, whenever you are creating a site and you are signing up page, in this way, the automatically the I can check as an admin that yes, I have you have created that user, and I can see and verify that user ID and the user details. Like you have given your Gmail, okay, country, first name, last name, everything you have given automatically. So these things I can see it now. Now you are not assigned any items. Okay, now what I will do as an learning administrator, okay, I'll be assigning few items or the courses to you. So then again, you will be verifying whether these courses are has been assigned to you or not. Okay. So I'm just putting some random courses. So I've assigned 4 items to you. Okay. Just go and check whether you are able to see it. Refresh the page once again. So I can see it because as I did a proxy as a user, I can see it. All these are random courses 0201, 10.03, something like that.
Where are you seeing it?
Same means you just the site which you are using, just refresh it in the my learning assignment, you will be able to see that.
Yeah, it is coming. Required.
Yes.
Yes.
All actually all the 4 or 5 courses which
Yeah, I refreshed it. It is coming
okay,
now. Four,
okay.
four you have assigned.
Even I was able to see it by launching a proxy here. Okay. The same page actually I launched a proxy and I can see the courses as well. Okay. So you understood it. It's very simple. So you just have to enable it in the site section and you have to go for this simple configuration and editing just the page, and then user will be able to create his user ID, password, everything. Then he course whatever the relevant courses you can assign. You can assign to them. You can also assign curricula, surveys, assignment. Okay, whatever the functionality you are giving to your internal employees, that also you can extend it to the your customer or vendors by using this external sites. So any questions regarding this external, this because this is one of the important feature.
Okay.
Yeah. So now,
Yeah.
yeah,
How the URL has been generated? Like this one is coming as best format stage, right? Automatically it is coming
uh,
now. So where that starting URL has been mapped.
so this actually URL is system driven, so automatically generated by the system. Only thing, if you have seen this URL, the automatically the I'm using test system. Automatically the entire test system URL will be the first. They're like HTTPS stays plateau.com/learning/user/portal do question. Then the actual start, we have created our site ID, right? That we have configured, that is WP02. Then its system will understand that site ID should be this equal to WP02, because we are now in the site ID WP02. Okay. So the first string, the entire string will be coming automatically from the system. Then it will just add the site ID, means the page that is a WP02. It will add that, and then automatically the standard landing page, login page, it will be just. So it is actually created by the system itself. Understood?
Okay.
You understood, right?
Yeah, I understood.
Any other questions? Because it's very simple, not that much difficult. So shall I proceed for the next topic?
Give me a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
just loading one page.
Okay, okay.
That is my inside my company.
Mhm.
Okay. There is a my learning page. Okay, which is moved to SuccessFactors now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that site is showing like mylearning.accenture.com.
Which one you're talking about? Can you please share it?
How come that URL has been placed like that?
So can you share it with me? What actually you are talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, sure.
So I'll just stop sharing. You just share.
Your voice is breaking. First of all,
Okay, just let me.
share.
I'm not sure what is the issue because the
Share
Wi-Fi
my
is fine. Might be
screen.
my earphone. So I'll make a host to you. Just show me. Yeah, I made host to you just to present me.
Able to see my screen?
Yeah, it is showing black, but
Able to
I
see
think
my screen?
it is loading. I believe. Matan has started screen sharing. But I can't see the screen. Okay.
Okay.
So you're showing
Yeah,
something, you're telling
I'm just
something.
sharing my screen.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I was sharing my screen. Where it is, man.
I'll make you host. Just a minute.
I don't know where website is. Okay. Share. Oh, I'm sharing now.
Okay.
You able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see it. Yes.
So if you see the mylearning.accenture.com,
Okay.
okay, but it shows like West Pharma, Sage, Plateau, Learning. So that is what I was asking. So here it
Actually, in
says like
your
the HTTP call.
organization, they have customized something. Okay, so this is a completely customization they have done. Okay, so they have used some means either they have this URL they have customized using some configuration because there is no configuration in LMS. They might have used some leverage, some external site design. Actually, there are multiple things can be done. Okay, so here all this branding, all these things. Actually, these are part of your HTML, and if you're having skill set of HTML and all. Okay, so you can
So
do.
you mean this is not success factor? I mean this
But
title
you,
and all, it's not comes from success
I
factor.
think you are using SuccessFactors, right, in the Essential.
Yeah, yeah. They mentioned like they changed it recently
Uh,
from May month.
okay, okay.
Every pages
So
has been
then
changed.
actually they
So,
have actually completely customized it, and this requires some additional skill set because that is a simple
so
script which we'll be using for a small set of users and all that we can do. But this actually they have redesigned it completely. They've used some additional tools. Okay, so they completely HTML based this page actually completely they have redesigned it.
okay.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Even for us also, we are not using at present success factor. We're present using Saba Cloud. So that also looks very nice.
Oh, okay.
So, but for the simple users and all, you can give that. If the client is having HTML expert in the skill set, they can keep on changing it. That's again. But as a consultant, you should not be worried about it. So the simple site will be designing, and if they have their internal site designer, or though they are having their own skill set, depend. Or if you are having in your team somebody who is expert in HTML, because we are LMS consultant, not HTML, all those things. Huh? So that you can leverage, like you can say them that yes, these are the required things. So you can do that, no problem.
Oh, they mentioned like that. Okay, they moved to success factor now. So that
I
is the
know,
reason I was asking. Okay.
I know. Actually, many of my friends they are working there, so they are also telling that we have moved to success factor, and we also are planning to move success factor. But in some countries we moved, but in India we'll be moving soon. At least for the recruiting management and the employee central onboarding, this part will be moving next 1 to 2 years. Then learning actually they have not planned, but I'm not sure what they are doing. So now, can you see my screen? I have shared
Okay.
one image.
Yeah, I am able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, this is I'll just explaining how a connector works. Okay. So we'll be moving to the little bit deep into
Oh,
the
you're moving to more. Site is done. Like sites are
site
done.
is
Is it?
done. Yes, site you have seen right how to create and how to sign up and how to design it and how to assign courses to the external user. That's a simple thing. So that's not that much difficult. Most important part actually, yeah, actually I'll just cover it in this. It's my favorite topic also. This connector. Okay. So connector, what is the meaning of the connector? Okay, so first I'll be explaining the term means what the connector means. Then I'll be going to this picture. I'll be explaining this picture. Okay. So whenever you are migrating any data to SuccessFactors LMS, whether it can be from your existing platform, that is your say Employee Central, you are moving user data to LMS because as you know, there are both are two different systems, although they are integrated. Okay, both are different systems. Excuse me. Both are different systems, and then
Yes.
you will be just moving those users from Employee Central to the SuccessFactors LMS using this connector. Okay, so there are different types of connector. Okay, so here if you see the image, we have there are many connector programs existing in our system. So you can see that there's source option, there's an extracts data. Okay, so what happens to any kind of data transfer directly doesn't happen, means you can't upload directly using the connector. So what it happens, so whenever you are running any program or the extract program that is existing in our SuccessFactors LMS, so it puts that file into a different site. It's a different website that is called SFTP. Means protocol for file transfer, secured file transfer protocol. Okay, that site, it will store that file there, Then after running a connector program in our that will be in the connector part in the SuccessFactors LMS, we'll be scheduling this program preferably in the night time when there's a little bit less user load. Okay, so we'll be scheduling, or we can run it ad hoc basis also. So once this connector program has been run, system will actually pick that file at that particular time, and these are connected. Your SFTP site and your connector site both are connected. Okay, so from that it will pick that input file from the SFTP, then it will process to the SuccessFactors. It will load. You can see it will be getting the input file from the input folder of SFTP, then it will be moving to the SFLMS DB, that is your SuccessFactors LMS database. Okay, so it will load into the table. There are different staging table. Okay, so it will be loading that into the table. Okay, so then there can be two possibilities. Either you can
Again,
generate.
it is telling, like, I think it will disconnect again. It is saying that your internet is again unstable.
Uh, you're able
It
to
should like
hear me, right? You're able to hear me.
no, it started stuck.
Means you're able to see the
Not
image.
really. It's checking.
You're able to see the images.
Yeah, I'm able to. Yeah, I'm able to see the images.
No, actually, I'm not showing any system. Just I'm explaining you. Just hear me. Okay.
No,
And
even like your voice is also not like coming correctly. I mean, not continuous. Somewhere it is problem today, like
I'm not
internet
sure.
issue.
I'm not
Internet is
sure.
unstable. I'm getting that message. If that comes, then again I'll take you the screenshot and send it.
Okay, okay, no problem. I'm not sure because I'm able to browse everything clearly, seamlessly. I'm not sure how it will be stopping there. Okay, no
See
problem.
here, the people like TV they're watching, which is running fine, and mobile is running good.
Hmm.
Not sure what is happening. Okay.
Okay. So
So
what will
what
happen?
device you are using? Like you are also using toggle or Wi-Fi?
No, no, I'm using Wi-Fi only. Actually, I'm using one of the best Wi-Fi in here. State is work fine. Actually, mostly working from home this week, so
What is that?
it's a triple play. Some local vendor only. That is one of the best this thing here in the Gurgaon Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to take like, why I'm asking is just want to like when I also reached, I need to also do the same thing. That
Okay,
is the
okay.
reason which
No, no,
vendor is
it
good.
is better. It's better here. So I'm using this one only for the last 5 years. I'm using this.
So what is the speed providing there?
Here, actually, they are giving the downloading speed is 20 to 25 Mbps, and actually, depending upon the schemes, there are different plan. Okay, so in my plan, they are
Okay.
offering 10 Mbps.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So here you can see this image. The SuccessFactors LMS DB will be operated. Okay. Then it will be preparing the input records. Whatever the files you have stored, that will be coming from the SFTP, and it will prepare a summary email report. What means which record? Suppose there are 100 records. If any error is there, suppose due to file format or the field format. Suppose the field format supports DDMMYY, but in your data in your Excel sheet or the extract file, the date is different format. Okay, so then it will reject those format, and you'll be getting an email, or you'll be getting that report that these are the error you'll be getting, and remaining things actually it will be updated in the whatever the successful record, it will be updated in the LMS site. Okay, in SuccessFactors LMS site, the user record or item record, whatever the connector you are using, those records will be updated in the LMS, and all the error summary report or the success summary report, it will be stored in the archive files. So you can maintain archive. You can mention up to how many days you need archiving, like 30 days, 50 days. Okay, so that all the connector reports you can go back and you can see it there. Okay, so this is the concept of
So
the
what is the use of staging table? What is the use of staging table?
staging table. You will be not be able to view it in the backend. Actually, it will be storing there. So whatever the connector you are running it, okay, it will load that data into that staging table, and from there actually it will be storing the input files, or that archiving means it is all the archiving files. Actually from that it will judge, and what are the summary report, it will be generated from there. Actually it's a kind of thing you can think of, it's the intermediate tables. Before updating the final table, it will be updating in the intermediate format, that you will not be able to view it. That is with SAP. Means SAP, only the SAP product team, they will be able to view it. Well, you will not be able to view it. You will be only seeing it the front end. That is your updating, means how the LMS is updated, and the archiving files that you can access, and also the summary report. Once, as soon as you complete the connector things, means and connector program is completed or executed, so you'll be able to see the summary report, like how many bugs are there, and how many, what are the bugs and what are the error code. Accordingly you will be doing, running the connector again. Okay, that is the purpose of this entire extract program and the connector. Any questions in regarding this? Just the mechanism I have explained, but I have not shown you the demo.
Okay, no
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll be sharing this connector workbook with you. Actually, this is actually the extra images which is there in the connector
so
workbook.
that's what I was asking, thought of asking you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have given the 38 to, right? 20 to
Yes,
21
yes,
to
yes.
38. Like
Yes.
later we don't have any other workbooks.
Yeah. I'll be actually workbook. I
So how
have not.
many workbooks do you have?
We have 3 workbook here. One is your configuration workbook. Second is which one now I'm showing, it is the connector workbook, and third one is actually the integration workbook. So there are 3 workbook, and the data migration actually is a part of your connector workbook, because all the data will be flowing from one system to another system using this connector workbook. Okay, so we'll be using frequently this connector. Okay,
Okay.
and but again all the
But
connectors
what about the assignment book?
assignment book is different. Actually those are actually for your practice, so it's not for.
Correct. Only that 2 books only is there, or any, do
No,
you have
no,
any other book?
many are there. Actually, I have not said today. I'll be sharing the another bunch of. Okay, so there are around 100 plus assignments. Actually, I merged multiple files depending upon the theme. Okay, so theme or the topic actually I have chosen and pick and choose, and actually I have rearranged how we will be able to do it in an effective way. So actually, I prepared combining in the first set. I have combined 20 different assignments. I made it one book. In second, I believe 18 around. So in that second workbook, second assignment book, and I'll be sending a couple of things to you today by tomorrow, and you will be just whenever you are getting time, you just go through and let me know if you're facing any issues there.
Okay. So how many books you said? More than 100.
Not number of assignments are more than 100, but actually I have merged. In the first 20 assignment I made one book, second 18 assignment I made one book. So similarly I'm planning to do some 5, maximum 5 to 6 assignment book. I'll be sharing with you, and you will be start practicing whenever you are free.
Okay.
Actually it's a bit lengthy but not that difficult if you follow one.
No, it's not difficult. It is. Yeah,
It's
it is
very,
step by
means
step.
you'll
It's
be
not.
step by step process. The number of pages are more, but actually it is very exclusively written, so you'll be able to follow it. Anyone without knowledge also, I have seen people little bit they have started using and they have started completing it in no time.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And the workbook we'll be discussing in the next 1 or 2 sessions, because connected actually I was focusing. Okay, so this is one of the critical topic. So now can you see my screen, the LMS screen?
Yeah. No, not LMS screen.
Okay, let me
One worksheet you are showing, like
okay,
content page it is showing.
okay, now I'll be sharing the.
See, organized internet issue.
So can you see it now?
Yeah.
So I'll be going to the learning administration, then I'll be going to the connector part. And actually there are so many connectors are there, but again, it depends upon the client scenario, what are the connectors relevant for them. You will be only using that. It's not necessary that you have everything means you will be using everything. Okay. So I'll be going to the system admin. Then I'll be going to the connector. So here you can see there are multiple connectors: account code connector, admin connector, competency connector, domain, item, skillsoft, your organizational connector, registration, user connector federal, SF user connector. Okay. So most frequently we use, from my experience, it's the user connector SF. That is the last one. If you see this is the last one we are using. And for federal states in US, you will be using this federal connector to some extent. The normal user connector, it is actually the old legacy one, we are not using it. And similarly, the scheduled offering connector we use, suppose there are thousands of users for whom you are going to scheduled offering, then you can use the scheduled offering connector. Similarly, the another connector we are using, the learning history connector. Suppose during the data migration from one system to another system, the client is using, suppose say, some other system, they are migrating to SuccessFactors LMS. So during that time, you can leverage this learning history connector for migrating. Suppose they are having say 1 lakh plus line items, just like in my current project. So in that case, you will be using this learning history connector. You want to migrate all this, whatever the learning history they want to migrate to SuccessFactors. So you can do that. But before that, you have to be very clear, do a rationalization of that content. Suppose there are some content or the courses which are not relevant, you can ask the client to archive it or delete it, or don't put into the connector. Only the active items which are meaningful to the users, only those you can do during a process review. Then you can suggest that. Then those, only those files you will be uploading in the using this connector. Okay. So similarly, we have the other connectors like competency connector, curriculum connector. So that the main objective behind using connector is data migration from one system to the other system. Also, if you're using any Excel sheet also, so you can put that Excel sheet into SFTP, that is your secured file transfer protocol. In that, for the folder you can maintain and you can store there, and from there you will be getting access to.
I think today the day is not good.
Yeah, is it? I think yes. So you're not able to see the screen, or is it?
Like it is not. Like, I'm not able to get your voice.
Oh, is it?
Audio issue.
Oh, okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Small words and all, but if you speak sentences, like that was like if you speak sentences, it's breakdown, and I'm not able to hear you properly.
Okay, so just next 10 minutes, can I use WhatsApp call?
It's stuck.
Can I use WhatsApp call so that you'll be able to see audio from WhatsApp, but video from the.
See, now you said something which I can't. Yeah.
Oh, is it? So shall I switch to WhatsApp video call, audio call?
Yeah, we'll do that. But screen also is not like now you are in the connector screen, correct? Curriculum connector.
Curriculum connector only, yes.
I don't think it is.
So shall I stop here? Otherwise, no. Otherwise, I'll check something and we'll start tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. That will be better because something is not working today.
Something I'm not sure, because yesterday night I was able to do the all the internal meetings and everything. I don't know in the morning what happened. It's not showing anything from my side, but actually the receiver side, I think.
Check now.
Okay, no problem. Might be after 2 days of break, it is also something is this for you. So
Sorry, Nick, like I did not get that. Like, yeah. Sorry.
No problem. So we'll do tomorrow. I'll just check something and I will start again from the tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Sorry for that. I don't know
Okay.
what is happening.
No, I am also
I'm
not.
good enough. Like I just reached very early today
Mm,
from home to home.
Yeah,
Okay, so I don't have any issues. So
no problem. We will continue
that's fine.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you then.
chalo. Yeah, have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Bye.